you can win it all. Load the system, lock it tight. Coreware's with you in the fight. Push it faster, never fall. This is the weapon, this is the unleash the core, ignite the flame.
Hey guys.
Hey, what's going on?
Hello.
I am out of breath.
All that singing you've been doing on these songs?
No, the dancing.
Oh. Sorry. Feels like it's been a while
Also-
since we did one of these.
Yeah, it has.
Wow.
And I don't like you messaging behind my back in our internal chat about how horrible the music is.
No. It reminds me of a Korn song. I think Korn's excellent.
It almost says corn.
Oh, Coreware.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Welcome back, everybody. Coreware Update Live episode. Trace, how's everybody doing?
I feel like we've done more than trace of these.
Well, this
No,
is a
not
new
Coreware
series.
Live.
The
Not
Coreware Live.
Core
Okay.
Update Live. Coreware Update Live. You guys are, I know you're always on together, but instead of doing a store and force, we are doing Coreware because that's who we are. Core who. Hey, so
man.
real quick, when you got on, Colt, you looked a little lost. What was going on? Are you trying to catch up?
Yeah, my breath's trying to catch up.
Okay.
I just got back from the gym and was rushing and everything, so
Did you
out
really?
of breath. Yeah.
Don't hey,
Congratulations.
don't fat shame me, okay? Hey, seriously, before we get started, I do want to point out Oki just did something really exciting that I thought was freaking epic. Oki, what did you do this week?
Oh, I went to the Dallas Cowboy Packer game in Dallas and went with my brother and sister who are huge Packer fans, and kind of an ode to my father who passed away because we never got to see a game together. And heck, it was a shootout. Didn't end the way I wanted to, but we didn't end up killing each other on the flight home. So so that was good.
You had mentioned that maybe, thank you, Colt. Colt, I really wish that you had controls here.
I'll get control this week.
I don't know. Hey, but Colt, Oki, you did make a really good point. You said maybe it was your dad kind of looking down saying you guys are not going to fight today. It's going to be a tie. So
that
was good.
that's
He was
how it
keeping the
felt.
peace. Yep, that was really cool. That was
And you
really. Go ahead.
New hat. Got your new hat, I see.
Got this is the Crucial Catch Dallas Cowboy sideline cancer hat I picked up. Way too expensive, but I figured, hey, I love hats, love collecting them, and all my other ones are dirty and worn out now. So now I got a new one.
I feel that.
The NFL's a broke organization. I think they're only worth what, $1 billion, billions of dollars. So you're at least
Somewhere
doing
in that ballpark.
you're doing your part.
Helping them out.
It's not a ballpark, by the way, Colt. It's a football field, somewhere in the football field. So, guys, I know that there's going to be some slight changes for the next few Coreware Update Lives. This may be an abbreviated Coreware Update Live. I'm not sure. That's kind of the gist I'm getting when I talk to you guys. So do you guys want to kick it off? And you can tell me when you need a screen, and I'm going to get off the screen so that people are not repulsed.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and kick it off. We kind of hit last week on the little update that came out, so I'm just going to show you the few enhancements, Joel, if you want to throw my screen up. This one I think is a very big one, especially with the end of the year coming, and I know a lot of people do cycle counts in general throughout the year of their inventory. But you'll see now when you create a inventory count, we have this close, finish count, and update inventory plus 0 negative quantities. Previously, you would have to go in and continue your count and actually go in and put 0 for those negative quantities, so they would update correctly. Now there is a button that will automatically update that all for you, so you don't have to go through hundreds of items and change that. That's one feature that I'm excited about. You know, always just being able to zero out everything that you did not count or that's negative is going to obviously help keep your inventory and your cost of inventory in line. The next thing that I wanted to hit on, and there's only a couple of these, and forgive me, I'm not finding my tab here. 1 second. So we added, I don't know who's using channels out there, but with our channels, you have the ability to, you know, go to WooCommerce, BigCommerce, etc. In your items, we have added the ability to update channel items by mass, where you can select which channel, and you can now do this update based on cost or update based on selling price, to go ahead and update your selling price for that channel. And the reason for this is you may have it in store at one price, but online you want to sell it cheaper to compete with the e-commerce, or perhaps, you know, more expensive. So that's another new enhancement that was out in the update last week. One other big one I think will really make a lot of people happy is under your reports. If we look at the suspended sales reports and we run the detailed report, you now have an option to filter by last payment date. And what this is going to do is it's only going to show you all suspended sales that have a payment attached to it. If no suspended sale exists, you will not see this, see that on the list. So this is going to just help you see what payments have been collected on your suspended sales and the last time you collected a payment from those customers. I know it's been quite hard for clients to go through and just find that information easily. So that's just going to be a little quality of life buff for us. Now, the big thing, I don't have anything to show on, but I do want to share for our users that are using Shogo. We have completed the new changes to the Shogo integration, working closely with them. So some of the things we've done, and this is at the recommendation of Shogo, so your entries will be balanced going over. So we've implemented date-based restrictions for editing sales when you're using Shogo accounting. What this means is your sales can only be edited the same day. So if I come in and I buy a product and you need to make an edit to that sales invoice, you cannot do that after midnight of the day it was placed. And the reason for this is because Shogo grabs all of your entries to push over to your accounting system at midnight of your local time. So what does that mean going forward? That's going to mean that you're going to have to basically go in and do a return for a sale if it was done incorrectly. That way you see the balance entry coming back for the return and the balance entry going out for the sale. Now, like I said, that is only after midnight. So if you make a mistake, you still have time to go in and edit that. And the reason for this is, you know, we don't want to cause out of balance entries and just ledger inconsistencies in general. For best accounting practices, you're really not supposed to go in and just delete sales and edit sales, which we give our users a lot of freedom because of the complexity of our system. And, you know, in best practices for accounting, you always want to do a return for a sale that was incorrect. You always want to, if I accidentally refunded an item as cash and it was supposed to be credit card, well, you sell that item back as cash and then you refund it as credit card. So there are some situations where you will have to do that, but we, based on some feedback from the first iteration of testing that went out, we've added back the ability to at least edit it same day if you make a mistake. We do have a updated document for this too. I'll go ahead and I'll drop that in the link so you guys can have it.
Hey.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to just pop the questions up as they happen because I think they're in relation to what you're currently talking about, and I don't want you to get past it. So
I thought we wanted to go through everything and then get the questions.
Oh, do you guys want to do that?
could...
I thought since it was so short, we could just do it.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But Yeah, I'd
Okay.
save the question.
Well, can you
Will-
answer this one because I don't want to? I don't want to make Shannon
now,
mad.
now that it's up there.
Will the return affect the bound book when a firearm is involved? Well, generally, yeah, return's going to show the acquisition coming back. But you do. Shannon, let me get with you on that one. I'm gonna get with Tony and Matt real quick just to see how the best way to approach that's going to be. I believe we've added a way to facilitate that, but let me double check on that one with you, Shannon, and I will get back to you directly. Okay. LTT. What's the next one? Can you please show an easier way to migrate customer data from the store website to our Coreware dashboard to populate transfer sales from store website to our Coreware dashboard? Colt, do you understand this? To me, it sounds, I'm not sure what you're asking on this one, Cash. Dashboard to populate transfer sales, etc. Because your customers itself, that should be, they should talk back and forth. You create a customer in coreFORCE, that should come to coreSTORE. You create one in coreSTORE, you can enable e-commerce and send that over. Do you have any, I guess, a specific scenario?
Yeah, let's just keep moving, and that's
Mhm.
more in depth.
As far as what other updates to coreSTORE, that's it right now. And like I said, I'm gonna grab that link to the document and throw it in here for our ShowGo users so they can see what those changes are. Okay. Okay, Cash, we'll catch that up offline then. Let's see here.
Colt, I'm assuming yours are pretty short too, huh?
Yep.
He's so excited about this. Hey, so all you guys out there, who's planning on going to SHOT Show? Anybody? You may going to SHOT this year?
I'm going to SHOT.
I'm going to
I
SHOT.
will be there.
You're going, Colt. Yep.
I
It's
will
going to
be
be
there.
I think it's going to be a doozy. We've got some really awesome plans in the works, and as usual, we're going to have a really, really explosive time there in our booth. Possibly Rich, you got to do it, man. Got to do it. We love seeing our customers there. Oh, also we're doing a awesome, Dean. Also, we're doing our yearly core feast. Same thing, Korean barbecue. It's gonna be awesome. There you go, Oki. I'm gonna post that up there. I think it's a follow up. Well,
Wrong one.
Wrong one. Only brings a customer as the Alamo expresses an in-store pickup. All right, let me look here. While you guys are going, I'll take a look at that one.
While you're looking, Colt, I guess you're going to tell us all the latest and greatest about coreFORCE.
Yeah. I don't really have much at all today. We're not doing a release this week, so I should have more by the next release, or I think it'd be next week. But I do have one thing that I wanted to show that was updated. So you can throw this up here, and it revolves around kits. This is for specifically for kits. So this area was updated to give a better visual for kits. So if you're doing anything with kits, you can go over here to that item kit and go into the inventory tab. And as you can see here, you will get a breakdown of the inventory for this item. So you can see the items that are on this. These are how many are supposed to be in the kit. The locations where the quantities are coming from, and then where they're in stock or out of stock at for a full pack. And then down here, it'll give you a total available kit inventory. So you can see here, if I jump to the other one, so you see there's 0 available because there's only 1 in stock at Asheville, but there's none in stock anywhere else for this other item. So it shows it's out of stock. That's kind of the only big thing I've got right now. I know we made some smaller tweaks There was a issue with the chat. Actually, I can show that one while I'm here too. The chat box should be fixed now. I know that was giving a lot of people headaches where it was like cutting off like way down here and everything, so you can scroll. So that got fixed, I think, earlier this week. And then I think that's really all I have for everybody right now. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's all I've got. This
Wow.
is really short and sweet.
Wow. I feel like I'm letting everybody down. However, you guys, they're here. So if you have any questions, now is a perfect time to throw them out there. Colt's like, shut up, Joel. Oh, wow, Cash. I'm going to throw it out there.
Hey, Cash. So I just was just typing that up to you. So one thing, you have them sign up on your website to capture their main information. Then in your bound book for the transfer, I always have to manually enter all these things over again. Okay. So do you have, basically I would check to make sure create customers when coreFORCE contacts are added is checked then, because that should pull over the contact information from coreFORCE and create that as a client inside of customer inside of coreSTORE. I wish you knew it 3 years ago too. Usually if you're looking for a setting, I would, especially if it's between coreSTORE and coreFORCE, under company settings, look at the e-commerce portion. There's other options in there too for you, Cash, where you can update customers when coreFORCE contacts are updated. So if they go in and change their address, etc., on coreFORCE, that should update that profile that it's linked to in coreSTORE also. All right, Dean, I have two. First, when I suspend a sale with a 4473 button, I almost always get a zero value receipt without the 4473. Click the receipt number. Okay, so on the print off where it has the QR code, you're not getting the ID number. I'm pretty sure I've seen a development case for that. Let me just double check that for you. Oh, maybe Tony Compliance should be in this one. There's a bunch of compliance questions coming in now.
Hey, let's queue up the Imperial Death March. Dum, 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 dum.
You really gonna do that?
Hey!
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Ezra, how are you?
I am good, but bear with me. I've got to turn on my VPN.
Right.
Look, he's even wearing a hat, so he's part of the hat club.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Ezra. You caught me wearing a hat that's not company. I can't find my company hat. I think I left it at my other quote unquote studio.
I think that's why he's actually joining. He said something about, you know, he's just tired of seeing that.
Don't be rude to Okie. You can't help it that he loves a losing team.
I'm back.
Hey, they didn't lose technically.
No, they did lose. They both lost.
If you tie, you lose. There's like first and second place losers. There we go. All right. So I didn't mean to interrupt whoever was talking, answering a question.
Oh, I was just letting Dean know I'm going to look into this. I saw a development ticket on that one the other day.
He said Tony Compliance's name 3 times and he appeared.
Oh, okay. There we go. The receipt thing is a visual thing being worked on.
Why does this keep happening?
And let's see.
Do you guys mind if I step in here?
Yeah.
You're already in. You're in.
No, I know I'm in.
You mean to take everybody out?
I'm interrupting. No, I don't want you to take everyone out. No,
hey, everybody, we're all leaving the stage. Ezra's got the floor.
No, I was listening in, and I was listening to Colt's update, and I realized that I forgot to send Colt a list of, well, I guess I sent him a video, but I don't know why. I wanted to, and I would have sent you a message, Cole, but I didn't know if you're checking your Discord. But we did just some news on the new search, which to me is still the most exciting news of the year. But we have made a few additional changes and updates for the new search. The new search, first and foremost, is now deployed to over 90% of our customers. So basically, everyone now has the new search. We've had some really good feedback on it, and we've just been we're tweaking it as much as possible and adding features. One of the most important things that we added was support for variations. So we now anyone who has variant products on their website, the new search now supports it. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Because I wanted to point out also under branding, we've actually added some advanced capabilities where you can do a lot of different changes. If you've got someone that understands CSS, you can add your own custom CSS, and we've got all of the different what's called CSS available classes, which gives you a ton of flexibility in terms of different modifications that you can make. So support for variations, support for the advanced customizations. Again, if you're a customer using our core team and you want some changes, they can make those changes as well. Regular support will not make these types of changes for you. So, but we do have professional services available. If you do want anything to be customized on your website, you can reach out to us about that. So some big changes in terms of the searching, as well as let me just hop to an actual product page. And you guys are hearing me okay, right, Joel? Am I
Yes.
loud and clear? Okay, just want to make sure. So let me actually go to an actual search. So I think I've shown some of these in the last meeting that we had, but I just want to point out you can now, right now you've got a dialog box that opens up, whenever you're doing a search or whenever you click on a product, you can now open a product in a new tab. And I'll share that tab so you'll see how that loads up. So now we have all of it's a whole new detail screen, which is pretty exciting. I think the layout is a whole lot cleaner and better. You can quickly jump to the specifications of the product. You can look at your product reviews. We have added the ability to write reviews now, which was not in the system before. And we've got our similar products showing up as well. So just a lot of different modifications for the new search. Colt, was there anything that I'm missing? I know I had sent you that video.
Yeah. The reason I mentioned the search, I didn't want to steal your thunder because I know you're up next week, so I didn't know if I was going to keep it
I'm
for
not.
you. So
I'm not up for 2 weeks, Colt.
Oh, okay. I was thinking next week.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
Ezra.
No, and since these are released, and I should have told you that I sent you the video because I was thinking to myself, you know what? I'm sure Colt will want to go over this during the webinar. And then I realized he probably thought that I didn't want you to or something. So, and again, I want to show everyone one thing, and I know, Colt, you've got maybe a couple more things, but one of the things that's not obvious, I mean, the new compare feature is super nice in the new search. I know I pointed this out before, but there's probably some people that weren't on the webinar. But yeah, as a customer, you can, or a visitor to a website, you can just compare as many items, that you want and just hit the compare button. Really gives a nice comparison screen. So that's one of the coolest features that I like. So Colt, was there anything?
Yeah, I don't think anything that we specifically have yet, but I saw some questions popping up that were related to our discussions we had recently. One was Kenneth Graves asking uh, when the new search will allow for fragments, because they're not able to use them. And then because
Yep.
Kenneth does layaway guns and they have
Yep.
specific fragments to show the down payment and everything like that. Kenneth, that's definitely something that we've got trying to focus on.
100%.
So right now, I think we're kind of to the point. I saw somebody else actually mention something about the categories with the descriptions. We got those taken care of. I believe on the sidebar categories, it doesn't no longer showing like that long code and everything. A couple of other things I think we're focused on right now is the displaying like the category at the top with the
Yeah.
description. I know a lot of people do like descriptions. So right now we're kind of at the point to where we're these are more enterprise and advanced features that not everybody was using. So we're seeing taking those. We've got a list going through, knocking them out. I know the categories and descriptions is one big part that we're working on, and then the fragments I think will be another
Mhm.
big one, because those are so detailed and customized, and hopefully we can even get a better, maybe more intuitive and easier use for those as well. And then there was something else I saw. Thought there was something else. Maybe not. Oh, Dean mentioned he doesn't have the complete details. When you select a brand or other filter, it did not clear out new search. So both of those things are being addressed. One being the clearing of the filters. So right now, there's an issue like if you search for something and you filtered it and you do another search, it keeps those previous filters. So you have to clear all. So sometimes you get no results. So I know that's high on the list to get taken care of. And then the
Mhm.
details part, Ezra, is what we talked about with being able to click and it goes straight to the actual page instead of the pop up. Because some people, like different ways and
Yeah, what
everything.
we're
So
looking at doing is seeing if we can add a configuration option for that. It may be a little more involved. So I know the first thing we're doing is taking care of a couple of the bugs that you mentioned. We'll probably roll out an update this week. We haven't been good at announcing updates on this because we're moving so quickly. But there is regular updates being done to the search. It's going pretty rapidly. At the same time, we've got a whole separate team, just to mention, come to the webinar in 2 weeks, and we'll be at that point. We should be rolling out the new checkout in the same fashion. We'll probably do a roll out, not just turning it on for all customers, but it's going to move very quickly. So hopefully by the end of this month, pretty much everyone will have the new search as well as the new checkout process, which is phenomenal. It's a lot smoother, a lot cleaner, a lot easier. Will improve the customer experience tremendously. So yeah, it's almost like getting a whole new website. So it's pretty exciting.
I have a
Yeah.
question about the write a review. Ezra, where do those reviews live? Are they on the product page?
Yeah.
So that would be good for their SEO, right? Because it's gonna
makes it unique. Yep.
that's freaking
Yep.
awesome, man.
Yeah, and that's
Candace,
always been a feature in coreFORCE. It's just, again, we've improved the look of it and the usability.
It does look better.
Yeah.
Candace had a question explaining the fragments a little more. So Candace, basically, fragments are a advanced and enterprise feature, and it's basically an area of code that you can place. It's very versatile. You can use it for a number of different things, but the basic concept is a chunk of code that you can place in different areas. They has specific placeholders that can be used in different areas and stuff like that. Like for instance, the tiles, the individual tiles. Right now, I'm going to call it legacy search on coreFORCE. That has the individual tile has a fragment that you can go in and customize and move around the HTML structure and put certain things in there, maybe take certain things out. and that way it's not actually, you can still display your tiles that just look different. So those are used in a number of different places across coreFORCE.
Oki's back. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
so we
Oki.
probably
Yeah.
we probably need to check on Candace's website to see if they've got any fragments, Colt, because I was going
Pretty
to.
sure they do.
Okay, yeah, but specifically that would be affected in the product detail or search. So because I was going to turn on the search for them today, I didn't think about checking the fragments. So
No
I
one
might
needs to
need
do
your help
anything
just to
for the
go
new
through
search,
those.
right? They just we're just turning it on as we go, right? There was a question earlier. Does
Yes, I
anybody
mean
need
we've
to do
got
anything
most
special?
customers turned
Okay.
on at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, that was George
Yeah.
with DCF that I saw earlier. And I think we may be able to turn them on at this point. So I think we
Yes,
got everything
anyone
covered for
who
them.
on the
So
webinar who doesn't have the new search turned on, just put a comment and we'll look to see if yours isn't turned on. There may be a reason we didn't turn it on because, for example, maybe you have the custom fragments that aren't supported. But just let us know and we can double check and then let you know why it's not turned on yet. So
When we're at 100%, we can send out an email blast letting everybody know their new search is up, right?
well, in theory, everyone will notice it. I mean, you would hope people
You would
visit their
hope.
own websites, but
You would hope.
Iron Arms Tactical. Ben did have another question in there too, and Ezra, you'd probably be best to answer this one. Maybe you did when my power went out, but when can we expect the marketing tools to schedule posts on different platforms?
literally, we are testing it as we speak, and we'll have an update for the marketing module next week. I think it'll be maybe end of next week, but it'll be next week. We finally got through our approval process with Meta, which is one of the reasons we got held up a little, but we're pretty much ready to go. We're going to be testing it for Coreware and make sure it's working properly. But yeah, it's right around the corner, along with just a little analytics module. It's kind of just a simplified Google Analytics, but it's nice to have it just in one place in that whole marketing module. So and then there was a question. I was paying attention, by the way, guys. So but there was a question I know about returns and bound book updates. I just want to be very clear. When a return's done for a firearm, it absolutely 100% hits the bound book. There's no, that's not, it will hit your bound book. But if you're trying to do a return, right, because you had a sale and you don't want the bound book to be updated, you simply need to just create the return, not for the firearm, but for an item that you set up. Just call it return item. That's not an actual inventory item, right? So if you don't want your inventory affected, you don't want your bound book affected when you're creating a return, don't put in an inventory product. Don't put in a firearm. And that gets around that issue, because I know there's different scenarios, right? Where you made the sale, the gun never left the building, the bound book didn't get updated. So in that case, you're canceling the disposition as opposed to creating a new acquisition. So for those cases, you simply will create a return that's literally because the item never left inventory, but you still need to return the money to the customer, right? Because their background check failed or something. So again, the way to get around that is to put in, always set up a non-stock inventory item for these types of situations. Whether it's a deposit return, right? You just set up a deposit return non-stock item and create the transaction. So hopefully that clarifies the question on returns.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Basically, like you said, non-inventory item, putting in the return amount and just making the money balance and not affecting inventory.
Yeah.
Oh. And I was checking Iron Tactical here for you. Would we be able to pay Meta for ads with the new connection? Looks like Brian at Tombstone is asking.
Oh, um, so I'm not sure if he's kind of joking around about trying to get Meta to advertise firearms or if he's
Oh,
asking a
duh.
serious question. I never know with Brian. But on the serious note, just a side note, we're not yet supporting anything to do with ads on the social media platform, meaning it's just for doing posts. So, and again, down the line, we may support the ad integration. Of course, you still have to follow their rules of engagement, but seems like Meta's suddenly become a more conservative company. Shocker.
Weird.
So things might ease up in that world. Follow the money, I guess.
Kenneth asked about if we have an estimated time frame on handling fragments. Because I know that one's going to be a pretty. It may or may not be. I'm going back and
It
forth
may
on it
not
because we
be.
have.
Yeah, I'll just we'll get back to everyone on that. But I would think it shouldn't be a massive.
I mean, I
effort.
would put it this way: like that's a blocker for a bunch of people to stop us from getting to 100% people on the new search. So I mean, it's going to be, I would say, sooner than later, if anything,
Yeah.
but probably not like next week. So, because I think that's probably the last thing we'll probably need to tackle at that point, to get everybody on board.
Yeah.
And Dean, real quick, just an update for you. We did find the issue with the well, and there was another customer had it with the 0 ID for the 4473 on the receipt. It looks like it has to do something with the offline mode redirection. So Matt's gonna take a look at that for us on this side. Get that fixed up for us. Okay.
So guys, I didn't mean to crash the party. I just wanted to add
No,
that.
you're great.
I'm going to depart.
As we say, it's almost 2 there for you.
No, that doesn't give anybody else an excuse to leave. They're going to use it as an excuse, Ezra. They're going to be right
all
behind
right.
you.
I don't want to hear Oki and Colt complaining later to you saying that I stole the thunder.
Stole all the always comes in, steals
See,
all the thunder, and
I
just
had it in my mind.
runs
I was
out.
like, do I want to talk about the new search? Do I want to steal Ezra's thunder? He stole my thunder last time. So like, let me see if I can do it. Nah, I'm not going to do it.
So Ezra, before you do go, our next core blast will be about the new checkout. So you're going to go heavy on the checkout. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, we'll go heavy on the checkout and maybe share some other cool stuff.
Okay. Awesome. Kenneth asked a question. Let's let before Ezra goes, maybe he has an answer.
Is there someone I think it's listed? No. There you would end up with a ton of emails, Kenneth. We blacklist IP addresses all the time because our sites are always under attack. That's something we can look into doing.
Them just switching different IP addresses wouldn't get them blacklisted, though. There's usually some function out. There's very, very specific things that trigger someone getting blacklisted. Like they failed using the same card like 5 times within a minute or something like that. Or it's usually extreme cases. We can always see like what they did to get blacklisted. Or if they tried clicking a broken link that was, they kept clicking and clicking, clicking, clicking. It's basically, we see it as bot activity. But them just using a VPN or switching Wi-Fi's, that's no reason to get blacklisted. We don't have anything in the system to blacklist on that. Yeah, so that means one of their IP addresses got blacklisted, but their other one isn't.
Yeah, the problem with that, what could happen is, obviously people on, let's say, no, don't. It's valid questions, Kenneth. What could
No, this stuff
happen
other people
is
don't know.
no, and not only that, what he's bringing up a valid point. What could happen is you're on your home Wi-Fi, which you're on cable internet, which your public IP address is shared. So if for some reason we blacklisted a shared IP address because there was a bad actor, that could affect the customer. So it would be interesting if you send us an example, Kenneth, of someone that actually got blacklisted. Just shoot it over to. Does Kenneth have a direct link to us on Discord or?
No.
Okay, if you just send it through support, Kenneth, and just tell them to pass it on to Colt, we can investigate why just as an example, and just see if maybe there's an issue on our end, but also make sure that we figure out what exactly caused them to be blacklisted, because it is a good exercise. I mean, again, typically a regular customer should not be blacklisted. So a refund typically should take 2 or 3 days, I think, at the most. Unless you're doing a pre-authorization, which sometimes takes longer to drop. And I assume you're referring to an actual refund. So typically that's a 24 to 36 hours, I believe. And I can triple check that with Aaron.
Sweet.
This one
A lot of
34
good
minutes
questions.
longer than Colt wanted it to go.
Mhm.
Constantly get emails from PCI protection. Is that CoreClear related? I mean, PCI protection is for everyone, not just CoreClear in general. I guess I'd have to see the email to see who it came from.
I'm throwing another one up.
Oh, have the ability to do auto pay for invoicing. I think that would be something we should consider in the future, to be able to use a card on file and set it up for payments every month.
Like we're talking about paying an invoice that's due in 30 days.
Yeah, that's set up for auto pay.
Yeah.
I thought Tony Compliance would have already answered this, but
So, well, with that, we have the well, you can download your bound book on the PDF if you want your backup of your 4473s too. We have the Core FFL sync to download and make a local copy of that for you guys. And that's just right in the FFL module itself under bound book, I
And
believe. Oh, go
yeah,
ahead.
to answer the question specifically, you can choose where the location is to save that local data to it. By law, it has to be on a local drive, right? It has to be stored at your physical location. What I always suggest is that you have a local drive that's tied to either a Google Drive, a Dropbox. This way you've got a backup upon a backup. So because again, if you have a local Google Drive, that means it's going to sync up with your Google Drive in the cloud, but it's also stored on your local hard drive. But the answer is yes, you can choose where to store it to. And you can choose whatever computer in your shop that you want to install that on. You only need it on one computer. And once you run it, it will ask you where to store all the backup data. So that's totally up to you. It doesn't have to be on like a separate hard. If you're asking, do you need it on a separate, like removable hard drive? Absolutely not. I wouldn't even recommend that. Those have a bigger tendency to fail. So I personally would just store it on the local hard drive of the computer, if that makes sense. But if you prefer an external hard drive, that's up to you. Yeah.
Shannon at the Armory LTT, internal accounting would be better. We think so too. The other side, Dean, I just wanted to get back to you. I was able to get into your marketing module. I created a user in your system, and the username and password worked fine. I would try just going into your employees and changing your password and making sure you have the correct username and not using the email address. Use the actual username you sign into CoreSTORE. Maybe update your password and change it and see if you can get through. I'm not sure why the request new password is not working on that login screen, but I was able to get in there to your marketing settings. And I can shoot you an email after this too, Dean, just with what I did, so you have that.
Oh, this is a very important one here.
We definitely all know that.
Thanks, Tony Compliance.
Oh.
Wow, we're bumping 50 minutes. This is amazing. And you guys thought you wouldn't have anything to talk about.
You always make sure we have stuff to talk about, Joel. Always.
I know you do. I'm just playing. Tony, I'm just messing with you, man.
Let's see. Did we miss any other questions?
I saw some stuff like roll in, but I think it was just banter earlier.
Okay.
So Oki and I will be doing webinar next week on something pertinent to something that's regarding CoreSTORE and people shopping.
The holiday season.
We're
holiday season coming up.
I'm all about precision. They know. You didn't have to say any other words. I literally said exactly what I meant. We're going to talk about something in regards to CoreSTORE and people shopping.
Right to the point.
Enough. Yeah, straight to the point.
Oh,
so
all right. So I got my little checklist. I'm trying to think if there's anything that I've seen that's coming up on the CoreSTORE side.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. So we moved the Core Blast to October 14th. Thank God. And so because I'll be honest
because of you. That's the reason we delayed it, Joel.
I would not have
made
it
for you.
I was looking for like, okay, I'm gonna have one egg a day now. I'm like, there's no way. I am that horribly out of shape. So I'm trying to condition myself so that 3 days before that Core Blast on October 14th at 1 p.m. Eastern, I'll be able to look at you guys straight into the camera lens and say, absolutely, I didn't have anything big to eat. I just snacked for 72 hours.
Yeah, so it starts October 11th.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
Set a reminder for October 11th at 6 a.m.
What do you want to be reminded about?
Wait, how many days you
Don't
are
eat
going?
for 3 days.
3 days. Oh.
We're going 72. Are we doing 72 hours, right? Yeah.
Do we want to do 72 hours? I mean, that's kind of that. I don't want other people to get really motivated and try to go because we're big dogs. We can do it. Maybe
Like
we just try a 2-day.
Like my doctor told me when I got addicted to fettuccine Alfredo. That's a bit rich for my blood.
Golly, that sounds good right now, too.
That does
Yeah.
sound good. All right. Joel, if you want to wimp out, I'm good with it, but I'm going for it. So
No, I'll start and I'm going to be honest. I'll be honest with you. If I can do it, I'm going to do it. But if I'm about to pass out, I'm going to go fry me an egg. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to eat like Snickers or, Nutty Buddies or anything like that. I'm going to do it right. But I just don't know. It's been so long. It feels like since I did any kind of fast. I mean,
you gotta do like at least 24 hours this week. And then next week go.
Last week, if you would have said that for next week, I would have been like, yeah, I'll do it. But now that it's this week, I'm like, man, this is going to be freaking tough, man. Whoo. Guys, we are freaking not healthy. This nation is not healthy. I can see why they hate RFK Jr. because they don't want to be told, hey, you're all fat, man. Stop eating. And I'm like, well, shut up. I am fat and I'm not going to stop eating. But we need to because it's horrible. So I'm gonna try.
We got a request in. Cash asked for Josh to get a raise so he can get 85-inch TV on that empty mount he's got back there.
Hey, there's actually 2 of them sitting out in the hallway. I keep thinking about taking one and bringing it back in.
Why don't you just do it?
Because I don't need another distraction in my life.
Oh. Dean's on 38 hours of a fast right now.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
Nice, Dean.
Keep doing it, man. I'm on.
Usually, if I fast, it's unintentional. I fasted yesterday unintentionally.
I'm on about 15 hours right now, but I do that every day. And then
that's a good start.
Well, I've been doing that for years. I just call it my diet. I eat once a day. But I'm telling you, man, that 3-day thing, it's got me scared, just to be honest with you.
Well,
but I'm not going to leave you hanging. I'm not going to leave you hanging. No, Marine, we're worthless when we get out. Like, you'll see some of the fattest people. Like, I ain't running. Nobody's trying to kill me. I ain't got to run. What do I got to run from?
Too true. Although at the rate we're going, we might all be recruited soon. So
you guys will. I think they call it a Section 8. I'll Section 8 out. I think that means you're crazy. I'll freaking section. I am Klinger from MASH. Of course, think about that.
That won't pass these days.
Right? No.
That won't pass these days.
It will now. If you guys didn't see the Secretary's speech
the
to all
new
those
secretary.
fat generals. Yeah. Golly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty motivating. And don't listen to the media. I guarantee you all the enlisted are like, heck yeah, freaking fat. But anyway. Well.
Cool.
Completely gone.
It was fun.
You good?
Thanks for letting me crash, everyone.
Absolutely. Anytime.
And we'll be telling you more about our upcoming webinar that Oki and I will be doing. I'm pretty sure we're going to be doing it. We want to start arming you guys for Black Friday. So some ways that you can use coreSTORE and And then the week after that, it will be me emaciated and Ezra all like happy and skipping along saying, hey guys, we're going to talk about the checkout today. And I'm going to be like, so anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you, Colt. And thank you, Oki. You guys are always so professional. And I really get, I know you guys think I'm being funny right now. I'm not. It does fill me with pride when you guys are just like working and you're just letting all this knowledge flow and you're answering questions and you're like getting on top of stuff. It's really freaking motivating, in all seriousness. So these things always motivate me. I hope it motivates all of you out there. And I hope you join us for our next one that you'll soon hear about. And with that,
Cool.
we're gonna go out in some style.
Yeah,
Bye, everyone.
Coreware Update Live. You came, you learned, you leveled up. But hold on, we'll be back in 2. You know the system's high. We show you what we got.
Let it drop, baby.
Store on the rise. coreFORCE can't be stopped. Yeah, updates on the screen. Fresh features in the scene. Tools built for
You know you love.
2 weeks back online.
I need to know your prompts for this.
More to show. Back. New tools to shine. Back. Don't walk away. Update Live is here to stay. Yeah, we gave you that edge. Push your game off the ledge. Coreware stacking the tools. Breaking down all the rules. Take the power, make it yours. We're unlocking all the doors. Every upgrade, every line. See you back in 2 weeks' time. Be back in 2 weeks' time. More to show. Be back, new tools to shine. We'll be back.
That's such a boy band feeling.
Update Live is here to stay. Yeah. Coreware Update Live. You came, you learned, you leveled up. And in 2 weeks, we do it again.
If your body's not moving, you're wrong right now. You're wrong. Hey,
I'm typing.
peace out. Deuces.
Peace up, A-Town down.